All right, here with Westside coach Justin Cogar, and Justin, another year and a lot of expectations heaped on this team, and with good reason. You got Caden Vance back at quarterback. You got a lot of players that played for you last year, 5-5. What are your expectations for this group?
I think we got a lot of expectations that we need to live up to, and that's sometimes hard to do. But I think with the guys that we have and the progress that we've made, I think that they know the standard that we have to live up to, and that's something that we're preaching every day from our practice habits, and we're hoping to carry that over into scrimmage Saturday and keep building as the season goes on.
It's always good to have a record-setting quarterback, and an All-Stater. I think he was on the All-State second team, or he was on there somewhere.
Yeah.
That's always a good place to start. A lot of expectations for Caden Vance too. What are your expectations from him, and is he going to be the one that runs? You go as far as he goes?
I think he'll carry us offensively, and he's got to be a leader this year. That's something that he's really worked on, and he's got a lot better at as he's got older. Is being a better leader for the rest of the guys on the team. Now his talent on the field speaks for itself. Like I said last year, as a record setter, but I think the biggest growth that he's made is as a leader, and our guys follow him because they know he produces on Fridays. So when he comes in each day for practice, he has to set the tone for us in practice, and guys are going to follow that.
And you don't get anywhere as a quarterback, as you well know, without a line and receivers. You got some nice skilled people back. Talk about those receivers and running backs first.
Yeah, I think the maturity and the experience of those guys is really going to help because we have 4 or 5 guys that got a ton of experience at skill positions last year. So anytime you have that, I think that helps the offense flow a lot smoother. There's a lot of continuity and chemistry between those guys. So having those guys all back as seniors that have played for 2-3 years now should really help us hit the ground running.
How about the line? You got some guys back there too, I think.
Yeah, a couple guys back there that started for us all year last year. Cameron York has been our center. Jace Repass, Zach Shore, Justin Tolliver, all those guys have played a ton of games, got a ton of experience for us, and they worked really hard in the weight room. So there's probably another 7 or 8 guys that are in the mix right now to find that right 5 that we end up playing up front, and it's been fun. It's been a really competitive 2 weeks of practice so far, so we like where we're at.
You got to be able to stop somebody too, and I think maybe the difference for this team is if you can make some stops, you're not going to have a problem putting the ball in the end zone,
right.
Probably. Where's the defense stand right now?
We've put a big emphasis on that, and that's something that we've struggled with for 2 years that I've been here is defensively. So we've really focused on that in the offseason and into the preseason here. Really finding the right guys out there and putting people where they fit in our defensive scheme. We're experimenting with some things there also, but I really like the emphasis that we've placed on defensive special teams this year because, like you said, we feel good about our offense, and we got to get some stops.
Wyoming East again, the opener for you guys. How do you feel about that team? Now, obviously they struggled some last year. You guys were 5-5. You won that game handily, but I think they're expecting to be a little bit better than they've been in the past. Where do you see that game right now?
Yeah, I think that's a game that is always going to be competitive and intense, especially in that first play date, being that it's such a big rivalry, and both teams really want to win that game. So that's one that we can never overlook. You always have to come to play because both teams really want to win that game. So we got to set the tone in that first game.
You're just short of 60 guys out here. I mean, how long has it been? You and I talked. You said you thought your senior year here in 15, you won, or 14, 15. You only had 4 in the 40s.
Yeah.
That's an outstanding number.
Yeah. I think, especially in today's age with the state of football that it's in across America, it's always a good sign to see a lot of guys out participating and wanting to be a part of something that it's not easy. Football's a tough sport. So for us to have 55 or so guys on the team, it really makes me feel good as a coach and where we're headed as a program, that we're doing things the right way. We're building the JV program into the varsity program. These guys want to be here, and they're enjoying it.
I asked you before, is playoffs or bust this year? I know you hate to put that on.
I hate to make that way, and we always want to take it 1 week at a time, but I think in the stage that we're at, and that's what people expect from us, so we got to live up to it.
All right. Hey, Justin, I always appreciate the time. Thank you, man.